Hi, welcome to PhDizzle. I'm your host, Alice Cheng, and today I'm interviewing Katrina Slemmons, who got her PhD in molecular cancer biology from Duke University and is now in LA doing a postdoc and soon moving to an industry scientist position. So, Katrina, tell me about your PhD. What did you do it in?
So my PhD was focused on a very rare pediatric muscle tumor called rhabdomyosarcoma, and we were studying the molecular mechanisms of how this tumor grows, particularly looking at developmental signaling pathways that become dysregulated in pediatric tumors, such as Notch signaling and Hippo signaling.
So is pediatric cancer different than like an adult cancer, or?
Oh yeah, pediatric cancers are very different than adults. So kids get entirely different cancers. Like this muscle tumor doesn't happen in adults.
Oh, interesting.
And the mutations and the signaling pathways that drive the cancers can be very different. And so right now, a lot of the drugs that we use in kids kind of trickle down from adult oncology, but that's really not the best way to do things. So it's a growing field where more people are trying to study pediatric cancer in particular.
So in your postdoc, do you do something similar now?
Yeah, I'm still working on, they're called pediatric sarcomas, so bone and muscle tumors. Now we're more working on, instead of the signaling, actually trying to find new drugs, and so evaluating new therapeutics.
Moving into industry soon.
Yep.
So what was that like in terms of just like job searching? And I don't know if you have any insight yet into how the role might be different from being a postdoc.
Yeah, so when coming out of grad school, I had a pretty good idea. I wanted to go into industry and not stay in academia, but I wanted a little bit more experience. So I did a postdoc, but I was honest with my PI from the beginning and said, this is what I want to do. So he gave me some projects that are actually industry collaborations. Really all I did was I started subscribing to job listservs, and I saw this particular scientist position that it was perfectly written for me. And so I said, I have to apply to that. So I actually applied directly through the company website, and about a month later I got an email from the principal scientists. I talked to them first on the phone, and then I talked to HR on the phone, which was new experiences because you don't typically do those sort of interviews in academia. And then once we got past that, did an in-person all-day interview where I gave a seminar on my postdoc research, an hour-long seminar, and then interviewed with various people throughout the day.
Wow. You said you talked to HR too. Did they do any weird like brain teaser type of questions, or like any like anything you didn't expect?
So I had done a lot of researching on what to expect for an HR interview, and it wasn't at all what Google told me. They were really more, they wanted to make sure I actually wanted to go into industry. So he asked a lot about my reasons for moving from academia over to industry and how I heard about the company and what my thoughts were about the company. So it felt more like he was trying to gauge that I was really a serious applicant.
When you're not being a scientist, what else are you working on?
I love animals, and so I like volunteering at one of the animal rescues in LA. And mostly I volunteer with the cats and the kittens. It's really fun because part of it is socializing them, so getting them used to people so that they're ready to be adopted. Is
that where you got this one?
Yeah, I got Munch at the animal shelter in Durham, where I went to grad school.
Okay.
So I got him right when I started grad school, so he was my little companion throughout. And then I ended up volunteering at that animal rescue.
What percent of animals are adopted from the shelter? Like, are there still a lot that need to be adopted?
There's always more coming in, especially with kittens. So in LA, kitten season lasts for about half of the year, and so there's just litters and litters of kittens coming into the animal shelters, and they're typically the first ones to be euthanized, and so animal rescues will rescue them and to prevent that from happening. And so there's always animals that need to be adopted.
Well, what a great cause.
Yeah.
PhDizzle.
Having fun with smart people who do cool things.